I am Maria Lee. I am the current Mrs. Nevada Emissary 2025. And welcome to my show, Pageants United. I will be using this TV show as a way to talk to others about pageantry. I'll talk to other queens about their platforms and their stories. And I will also be using this as a way to chit chat about my up and coming magazine, which will be launching June 1st, which will be also called Pageants United, but Pageants United Magazine. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Maria Lee. I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, many years ago. Was a shy girl, believe it or not. I would never in a million years think that I would be in the pageant world. I preferred to stay alone in my room playing video games. But as you know, women, we evolve. We become different versions of ourselves. We grow, we experience things. And I just had this call to just put myself out there. As uncomfortable as it was, I wanted to put myself out there. I felt that I had this energy in me that I needed to give out to the world. And fun fact, it wasn't just me thinking that. I had a natal chart reading by a psychic. Yes, I did. A natal chart reading, which is depending on what your stars are when you're born, it tells you what your mission in life is. So she told me that, yeah, one of my missions in life was to put myself out there. And I didn't like that at all. But I can't deny that the more I do that, the more opportunities come to me and experiences. And I just blossom when I do that. So how I got into the pageant world is also kind of metaphysical, to say the least. I was in San Antonio, Texas, in a haunted hotel, the Sheraton, near the Alamo. I was watching the Miss Universe pageant, and a voice came into my head saying, "Maria, join a pageant." Now, the thing about this is that I just gave birth to my daughter. I was overweight. I was eating Chips Ahoy during this message, and my wardrobe consists of sweatpants and t-shirts with holes in it. And I said, well, listen, person talking in my head, I'm not really qualified to be in a pageant. I don't think anybody will want me there. So no, I'm not going to do that. And I ignored it. And during a commercial break, it said, Maria, do a pageant. And I said, oh my goodness. Okay, there are weird voices in my head giving me weird thoughts. Let me just look this up. I don't know anybody that's going to qualify me. I am not going to be able to do Miss Universe. I'm never going to have those long legs and whatever. But let's see what we got. So I did some research and I looked up local pageants in Nevada and Las Vegas. And I found one that took people like me and all different types of women. It's the USOA, United States of America's pageant. Yes, they were a perfect fit. They were lovely. It was a beautiful experience. I met some of the most amazing, the most beautiful women I ever seen in my life through there, and I made a lot of friends. I went on to win the title USOA Mrs. Nevada 2024. I was last year's reigning queen. Got out there in the community, made a bunch of friends, and I just recently passed my crown on, and now I am Mrs. Nevada Emissary 2025, which is also an amazing, oh my goodness, guys, an amazing pageant system. And they also are the catalyst for my creation, which is Pageants United Magazine. Yes, the director of this system used to work in the magazine industry. She used to do editing, and she has taken me under her wing. She is mentoring me to make this new magazine. Now, Pageants United Magazine was my vision. I wanted a space where everybody in the pageant world, the directors, the fashion designers, the queens, the pageant moms and dads, the coaches, everybody come together and share their voice. Because there are so many people involved in making a pageant successful. So many nuts and bolts. And I wanted to share their perspective, and they wanted to share their perspective with you as well. When I brought up this topic, when I brought up, hey, you know what, would you like to share your insights in this magazine? I asked fashion designers, I even have a color analyst too, who I'm speaking to, and they were absolutely thrilled too, because they did want to share their stories with you guys. They wanted to show their perspectives. And so I will be compiling all their stories, all the knowledge, all the tips and tricks in the magazine. But of course, you're not going to have a pageant magazine without the queens, ladies and gentlemen. The queens are the star of the show, I must say. And they too will be sharing their stories. And some of them may not be solely about pageantry. Some of them will just be about life experiences. And, some nice pictures of them with their sash and crown too, because, we like to see that. But it will be a compilation of all that. I can't wait to show you this magazine. I have so much to share with you on this. Definitely check it out, and I'll give you the website. The website for my magazine, it will be online. It will be online, totally free, digitally, and I may have it so that if you want the print version, you can pay for that. But it will be totally free for the whole world to see. www.pageantsunitedmagazine.com, and the magazine will go live June 1st. I will have it there. I'm putting it all together right now as we speak. It's a lot of work. Hopefully, if this blows up, we'll have a team of people to help me with it. But I want your voices too. If you're in the pageant world and you have a story you want to share, definitely contact me on the website. Email me there. Send me your submission. Even if you don't want to say anything, you just have a picture you want to share of you and your sash and crown that you like, please include it and send it to me. Make sure you have your name and your title, though, so I can give you credit. And the photographer, too, if it's a professional one, because I need these photos to help out with other articles that you may not have written, but to help tell the story that's pertaining to pageantry. So definitely check that out. It's coming June 1st. And I think I'll put one of these issues. I'm not on the cover, but one of these issues I will probably put myself on the cover of that for sure. I ran out of things to say. Okay. So we'll be right back. We are going to take a short break, and when we come back, I will chit-chat a little bit about the pageant world. Stay tuned.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
My name is Ron Hansen.
And I'm Cindy Hansen.
Producer, directors, and
the writers for Drafted 2035. Centers around the general that tries to take over the world in a new world order and his son coming to reclaim it back.
I had the honorable role to be casted as the commander of the U.S. military.
This is a combat scenario. Any disobeyed order from the commanding officers is treason.
So, we're incorporating the bullets as CGI, and I have to kind of maneuver myself as where these bullets are coming from. The uniforms that actually were donated by the veterans to the production company, they actually were worn in Desert Storm.
Well, how about I take y'all through one combat torture 101.
And it's such an incredible film. We took many years actually writing and preparing for this film. We had to recreate military helicopters on animation prior to AI,
caressing all the thoughts we made. I'll play the fool if you be my fate. 'Cause you're so cool, but you can't relate to all of your dead heroes.
We filmed in 4 different states. LA, Las Vegas, Arizona, Chicago. First feature film, it was amazing.
Welcome back to Pageants United, and I am going to now talk about a little bit. This is my perspective on pageantry in terms of what is the point? Why would any woman want to put themselves out there on stage, spend money on gowns, makeup, hair, do all of this? Are we just vain? Are we shallow? Is that what this is about? Are we just craving attention? Is that what pageantry is about? Well, I'll say this. When I first started pageantry, I'm not going to lie, I did have a perception of pageant queens. I thought that they would be maybe a little bit snooty, a little bit snobby, perhaps, because on stage, when you see them on TV, they're so elegant, so refined, well-spoken. So I personally never met one until I started doing pageantry, so I did not know what to expect. I joined pageantry still thinking that way. When we were going to come together for our first appearance where I would meet the other queens, I was so nervous. I was thinking these girls are not going to want to speak with me. I am too unpolished. I'm too boring. I may not fit in. Maybe I don't look a certain way. So these girls are just going to completely want nothing to do with me. And boy, was I 1000% wrong. These women were amazing, so down to earth, so beautiful, well spoken, but so relatable. So what really got me thinking was like, okay, there's something in pageantry that these women, who could do anything they want, by the way, they're just so accomplished. There's something in pageantry that draws these kind of women. What exactly is it? And I'm thinking that it's this. Pageantry makes you the best version of yourself. It's a personal development tool. That's right. It's a personal development tool, a powerful one. Iron sharpens iron. When you are around accomplished, beautiful women, you have no choice but to want to elevate to their level or beyond, because that is now the new standard for you. So I'll take me for example. When I started pageantry, I mentioned this earlier. Before I did this, I was in sweatpants and t-shirts with holes in it, and socks that didn't match, because that's all I had in my wardrobe. Now, fast forward, I'm in pageantry. That's not going to cut it, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot present myself that way. So I went out and got a new wardrobe. I found out which colors look good on me. I invested in color analysis, so to know which colors would look good on my skin tone to bring about my best features. I took makeup classes from a professional makeup artist, so I knew how to do my own makeup. Find out what hair color looks good on me. Find out a good nail tech. These things on the outside, this is what I did to polish myself. But that's not where you don't stop there. You have to go within. So now you polished yourself on the outside. Now you have to work on within, which is the most important part. I needed to work on my public speaking skills. I didn't really do a lot of public speaking skills, work on my public speaking skills, because I was in the house during the pandemic talking to an 18-month-old baby. There was no one to talk to. I needed to work on that. I went to Toastmasters and worked on my public speaking skills. And a couple of times I won Best Speaker too, by the way. Can you believe that? I worked on that. I worked on my networking skills. I went out and put myself out there to meet new people, find out what they do, and how can I help them, and in turn, how can they help me? All of this was because I was using the tool of pageantry as a form of personal development. So I do believe that this is the main reason why a lot of women do pageantry, because of this powerful, powerful tool. And just FYI, guys, it's really addicting. It is absolutely addicting to be in pageantry. I can't leave. I am being held hostage as a pageant queen. I love it. I love it. I will always be in some way, shape, or form in this world. If I'm not competing, I will be out and about. Probably still be doing my Pageants United magazine articles. Keep it going with that. But this is my world, and I love it, and I love the people that are in it. So right now we're going to take a break. I'm going to bring my guest right over. You're going to love her. Stay tuned.
Anybody in the industry who really cares, or has ever sat at a bar and has had a bartender ever really take care of you, watch the movie.
Grew up idolizing, Rodrigo Del Peche, Christian Del Peche, Dario Doimo. The best thing we can do is make it look easy.
It was amazing. It was it represented some beautiful years of the epic times of flair bartending. It showcased some of the greatest, legends of all times. It was just amazing to watch.
Really capturing what the essence of flair is. I think this movie is going to help, inspire the younger generation.
It was really cool to be a part of and see all those, to say, like, I was there. The way they summed it up was really, really cool. I think they did a really great job.
The film was amazing, by the way. You should check it out.
The energy in the room was absolutely insane. The support we had in the room was just incredible.
We're all family.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I just really loved the story. I'm an athlete, so I can definitely relate to training for something.
I absolutely loved it. The bartending world can be intense. The level of talent and heart that they have, and even in the fact that this is a competition, but they were all uplifting each other.
I recommend 100% because that probably show up the real lifestyle bartender, like a flair bartender.
They're showing us their cuts, their bruises, everything that they go through. It takes some real skill, and I really appreciate the bartenders that do the flair, because it's not easy.
This is awesome. We need it. Flair need this. People who flair need this. Write it down now. Watch the movie, support it, follow it, do all the funny stuff. And don't forget just have fun with it.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Welcome back to Pageants United. I now have a guest here. We have the most beautiful, most wonderful Giannina Sanchez. She is the Miss Downtown Las Vegas for the USOA pageant system. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Everyone, she's my first guest on my TV show. I'm so happy to have her. Let me see. We haven't known each other long, but we get together. We really have a good connection.
We're bonded sisters.
We're bonded sisters, yes. And so we met, what was it, during the last pageant season. She did amazing on stage, guys. She absolutely did. So let's throw some questions at her. So, Giannina, tell me everything. What made you want to get into pageantry? Tell me all the good stuff.
So growing up, I would see on it was broadcasted through television, and I would stand in front of the TV, watch the beautiful, woman walk on stage with the makeup, the sparkly, the glaze, the sparkly glaze in their eyes, the glitz and the glam, and I was like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a woman just like that. And it happened to be that the USOA system came upon my destiny. I was not. I'm a mom of 4. So I never thought that I would even be able to continue something aspiring as big as this, because in the past years there was the age limit.
Yes.
And then when I was invited and they told me what it required, I was like, okay, I'm married. There's a Mrs. Division. I'm married. I have 4 kids. I have a story to tell, and it's empowering, inspiring, and uplifting. So I'm currently working on that. I'm working on that to compete to be the next Mrs. Nevada 2026.
Oh my goodness, guys, keep your eyes out for her. You know, it's really funny. I always want to ask these questions as mom, because I'm a mom too. We are busy women. Very, very busy women. How did you come up with the time to do pageant prep, to do your fittings, for practice your walks, appearances? How did you find the time to do that? And at the same time, be a mom, work, be a wife? How did you do that?
Well, I believe in God.
Yes.
And God's timing is always perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it happened to be that my kids, they're growing up. My oldest is 14. Followed by a 10-year-old girl, followed by a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. So now they're all in school, and I have the time to myself in the morning to figure stuff out and rediscover myself. And it aligned.
That is perfect. That is so good. So what would you say to a woman who may be like my age, I'm middle age or older, who's like, yeah, you know, I always wanted to do pageantry, but I just don't know. Like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know do you know that feeling? I felt that, guys.
I don't even know where to start. Yes, like I don't
know
even
where
know
to start.
Well, when I don't know where to start, I always ask Google.
That's a good point. That is a good point. So Googling your question, Googling like, hey, where's how to start in pageantry, like what steps to take to join a pageant, those kind of questions. That's actually how I started, guys. Truth be told, I did Google. I'm not gonna lie. Now that she mentioned it, because I didn't know. I knew I didn't want to like compete at Miss Universe or anything, because I was like, I'm not at that level. Maybe for a local pageant, and I looked up more regional local pageants, and that's how I started out with the USOA system as well. So that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. I did do that. So far, what has been the biggest lessons you have learned through pageantry so far?
It's just like life. You need to be prepared. Whether if you're going to school, you need to prepare to have that degree and that career. If you're gonna, you know, when you're gonna be a mother, you need to prepare when you're gonna go into the hospital for birth. You know, there's a checklist of the hospital bag that you need to take to. And in pageantry, there's also, you need to prepare to be on stage.
Yes.
To know how you're going to talk to the judges in interview. So it was very fundamentally important for me to get with the coach.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. You can shout out your coach too, by the way.
Muse Pageantry.
Oh my goodness, Muse Pageant.
Miss Nevada 2025.
Marin. Marin, hi. So, Marin, say hopefully I'll get you on here too. But you're doing a great job with Giannina. She's doing fabulous. Oh my goodness. So they say that pageantry, one of the best parts about it is the sisterhood. What do you think about that?
The USOA system really emphasizes that, and we're proof of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because for me personally, I made so many friends through pageantry, guys. So many friends and so many connections. You know what they say? They said that, like, if you ever need anything done, ask a pageant queen. If she does not know herself, she will know someone who knows how to help you with that area. And that is definitely the case for me in my case, because that's how I started my magazine. I just started throwing the idea out there, and people just started coming together with their own skill sets, willing to pitch in, and I was blown away by the response. So yes, the sisterhood is absolutely real. And the good thing about it, though, and I don't think a lot of people who are outside the pageant system know this, is that it's not just, only USOA girls stick together, or only whatever, the emissary pageants stick together. No, once you're in pageantry, you're in. It's like a sorority.
It's because they see that you're confident in yourself and you know what you're talking about, and you accept all the challenges with grace. and you keep moving forward with that, and you being in the USOA pageant, a part of it is requiring to be a volunteer.
Yes.
So they also honor that.
You know, it's funny. I don't think a lot of people realize that part of being in a beauty pageant is the community service aspect. There's this misconception that a lot of us just sit in dresses and crowns all day and look pretty, but they don't realize the behind the scenes of all the community service and the community hours that we're doing. As a matter of fact, I want to chit chat about your platform. I definitely need to chit chat about that. So I want to talk about your platform. What is it? How did you start it? What's going on with it?
Also, a requirement for this system is to have a platform. And my coach helped me create the platform called the Wellness Ripple Effect. It's based off of the story I have to tell.
Oh.
And moving forward, how it's going to be a ripple effect moving forward.
Oh my goodness.
With children, teens, women, and people of all walks of life. Not just women, everybody.
The ripple effect. And I love her logo, guys. Definitely check out her social media account with it. It is like this, it really has like a ripple effect to it. It's a very powerful logo. You must see it. I love it. Get it in a t-shirt form.
I will.
Check
it out.
A t-shirt form.
I also want to talk about how I created the logo.
Please. No, I want to know. I actually want to know about this, guys. Shh, be quiet. I want to hear this. All right, let's see. How did you come up with this logo?
So logos typically come in round circle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's do a circle. And then I'm like, okay, do the wellness ripple effect. Blast it out in the U shape. And then the font is based off of the font also on the US dollar bill, because this is the United States of America system. So I'm like, let me put together the fonts so it can, coordinate. And then I just kept playing with it, and I'm like, let me add another phrase, the wellness ripple effect. And I liked the phrase. I'm like, let me add another one and another one. And it created a ripple effect. So if you see the logo, it's the wellness ripple effect followed by the same phrase over and over again 6 times. Why? Because I'm a family of 6.
Isn't that so creative? And there's so much symbolism in the logo. I did not know that. Mm-hmm. I did not. How long did it take you to come up with that?
So I thought of the idea one day, and then it took me a few hours a day. So maybe like in a week, I was able to put it together. Just like I kept looking at it. I really wanted it to structure properly, and when I spoke about it, I wanted you guys to see it.
Oh my goodness, now I'm gonna look at it again. That is so impressive. The ripple effect. Oh my goodness. So one last question before we go on break. What has been your favorite appearance so far?
I can't think of anyone because I've done so many. I've booked as many as I can. One, because I'm available in the morning, so I can do a significant amount of appearances. But how about let's go with this one, because it's my first time ever talking on a TV show.
Oh my goodness, guys, she likes this appearance. Well, we'll be right back right after this break.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Drop that Jesse remix one time.
What we do is we work with models, actors, and influencers to get them, help them, support them, and get real opportunities in Las Vegas.
Fuck 'em up.
Being able to be in this space with creatives and people that I love has been life-changing all over again.
I love Rise. Rise has changed my life, and it lets you know that it's never too late. Age doesn't make a difference.
3, 4, 5, 8, 10 music and I walk 'em up. They not like us. They not like us.
The door felt very welcoming and everybody's been so nice.
Rise Talent has been amazing for me. It's let me travel the world, be able to walk through New York, LA, and all over the place in America. So I've had a great time.
4, 5, 8, 10 music and I walk past the ox. 1, 2, 3, fuck 'em up. They not like us. They not like us.
They not changed my life. Rise Talent changed my life. I've been a long time client here, and Dawn has just
done it all. Really having stock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've just the short time I've been here, it's been so inclusive.
Rise has been completely beneficial to my life.
They're a family. Every time you go there, you feel like you build more your confidence.
They not like us. They not like us.
Welcome back from the break, and I am here with the beautiful Giannina Sanchez, and we're going to learn more about her story, how she came up with her platform, and what are her dreams in the world of pageantry. Okay, so this is the question I know everybody wants to know. Tell us your story. How did you come up with the ripple effect? What's the backstory?
I believe the ripple effect was created way before I started pageantry. It started when I had my son. I was a teen parent. And it was really hard having a child, being a child, and not having the support that I needed from my family. I was very looked down upon. But what inspired me to keep moving was finishing high school.
Wow, yes.
I didn't have enough credits so it inspired me to continue finishing my high school diploma. I just didn't have enough credit to do so. So the high school administration told me that there was an alternative, that I can work on my GED. And I did. I completed that. I have a GED with very high scores.
Excellent.
Shout out to Mrs. Sheen. She was my best math teacher, and she believed in me, and that's all I needed.
That is so inspirational. How was that moment when you finally completed all your credits?
I was like, I can go to college now.
Yes, oh my goodness, because that is such a beautiful story. And from there, from that moment, from all of that came forth
Carrington College.
I
enrolled into trade school, and currently I'm still a licensed pharmacy technician, because you just never know when the pandemic's gonna happen. So you need to have a backup plan. So that's my backup plan. If I ever go back to work, I'll go back to work in pharmacy.
I did not know she was in pharmacy.
Pharmacy technician.
I didn't know that she was. I did not know that at all.
A licensed pharmacy technician.
That is fantastic. That is such an inspirational. Guys, you heard of her. She started from what you heard. She was a teen mom. She didn't have a lot of options, and now she is a beauty queen. There you go. That's transformation, guys. Beautiful, beautiful experience. A beautiful example. But you know what? You say that you have a degree in pharmacy technician, a license in pharmacy technician. But your family business. Yes. Tell me about that. This is really interesting, guys. I love this. I want you to tell me.
We're subcontractors with Mission Foods. They carry the #1 leading tortilla on the market, which is Guerrero, Mission, flour, and corn tortillas. And we distribute that all over Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness, guys. Do you hear that? There is a chance. So is it possible that someone could see you in a supermarket aisle stacking the tortillas?
Yes, there's a whole community that see me every day. Having a business is working 24/7, being on call. They don't want the store shelves to be empty. So the way we show up with excellence is always having our store stock shelves fully stocked.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to know about this now. Okay, so what is the hardest part of that job?
The hardest part of the job is knowing what the market is going to look like 2 or 3 days in advance, because the way we order our tortilla, it's pre-ordered. So if we order the tortilla today, the whole bulk of products, we don't know what it's going to look like within 2 or 3 days. We don't know if the sales are going to stop or if it's going to get sold out. So we need to make sure that when the cargo comes in 2 to 3 days, we need to make sure that that tortilla fully supplies all of the stores that we're contracted with.
What? Oh my gosh, guys. I know some of these stores are going through tortillas. We eat them like snacks at home. I make quesadillas and things like that at home all the time. Like, I can imagine. I get I do use Mission. I use the low carb version.
Mm-hmm.
I eat that one. I don't know why. I just like that. I saw those ones with spinach too, but
I like the spinach one.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm. You throw some chicken in there, some spinach, some seasoning.
Maybe we should put the Mission logo. Just joking. Oh my goodness! No. I was like, you guys have business logos. Stick it in the bottom over there. But okay, back to your family, because I'm big on family, guys. How does your family feel about you being Mrs. Downtown Las Vegas?
My husband supports me, but he also thinks I'm. What do you call it when you're delusional?
You just say delusional. He thinks you're delusional, but what?
Because I just dream big.
What's wrong with that?
But I tell him there's this vision in my mind that I feel it comes through. Like, we've worked on our dreams and made them a reality, and working with aligning your chakras and all that.
That's right,
meditation stuff.
Absolutely.
They tell us if you have a vision in your mind, that means it already happened. You just need to figure out or work your way through it.
I 1000% agree with that, by the way, guys. Your mind, it exists in your mind, and what you have to do now is just bring it forth onto earth. That's a big one. But I don't think that's delusional. Like, what is delusional? That
maybe some people don't have the confidence to reach for their goals.
Yes.
But because I've seen that every 5 years I go through a life transformation.
Absolutely.
I know that I'm looking forward to living 100 years or more. Yeah. Because I have 4 kids and I want to see my grandkids now. I look forward to that. When my kids and my grandkids say, "Oh, Mama Janina" or Grandma Janina, I want them to say my name with pride and feel proud of their grandma.
Oh my goodness!
I look forward to that.
Can you imagine how? Hopefully, I'll be promoted to grandmother soon. But can you imagine how that's gonna go? Our kids gonna be like, "Oh yeah, my grandma was a beauty queen. She did pageants," and then they'd be like, "No, let me see." And then they show our picture of us in our gowns, and they'd be like, "Oh my goodness, that's what she used to."
And not just that, like talking about the volunteer work we do, how we're out in the community, volunteering our time.
Absolutely. So that is so good that the kids see you doing that. The kids will be aware of the impact of how important it is to volunteer in your community. Be out there in the community, because I know that some people have this misconception. They're like, "Oh, why would I volunteer? Why would I give free labor?" I've heard someone say that. Yes, I heard people say, "Like, why would I give away free labor?" But I don't think the people who say that understand how much we get back when we volunteer.
It's not just free labor. You're helping people that actually are going through stuff. For example, when shout out to Mrs. Sheen again, she had us cooking at the school kitchen. Yes. We would do meals for the Ronald McDonald House in Santa Clara, California.
Yes, that's excellent.
So she had us cooking like rice, stuff that you can, quick meals for high school students. So we would do that. That's how I started my volunteering.
And here's another thing too, is that people don't realize when you do volunteer, it's not free labor, you're helping out the community that you're living in. You're helping the people that are there, which in turn will make your neighborhood, your street, whatever, a better place, because you won't have as many people in such dire situations. Everybody will be healthy, being fed, well kept, have their whatever supplies they need. And it will just be a better place to live in if we work toward in our community. So, Janina, is there anything that you would like to share with anybody out there in the pageant world? Any last messages?
There is. I actually want to share that I've partnered with City of Las Vegas. I've adopted my neighborhood through Adopt a Spot program. It's a beautification program that the city has put together, And I know they don't really promote it out there, but I want to tell the Las Vegas community, if you ever want to clean up your street, go to City Hall and go to the neighborhood department services and have them help you sign up to register so you can also adopt your street. And they require you to clean up your street once a month.
He can come in. He can come in.
You want to
say hi real quick? Come here, come say hi. So she has adopted a street, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that amazing? So she's going to be keeping that street tidy, which is what I mentioned earlier, that volunteering does help your community be a better place. Her street's going to be pristine. It's going to be really, really beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Janina, for being my guest
No
on
problem.
here.
I love being here.
So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Pageants United. I'm Maria Lee. Please tune in next week where I will have more guests, more pageant talk, and more sashes and crowns. Bye.